Good morning, grade 8 students. Hope you have enjoyed your separate tests today and checked the answers which I have posted. Okay, I trust you more for your honest evaluation and the genuine work. Thank you. Today we can start a new poem, that is The Ant and the Cricket, written by Aesop. Now all of you open your textbooks and come to page number 21. Now from the top we will go through. A fable is a story often with animals as characters that conveys a moral. This poem about an ant and a cricket contains an idea of far-reaching significance, which is as true of a four-legged cricket as of a two-legged one. Surely you have seen a cricket that has two legs. We can come across the word here, fable, nothing but giving a moral with taking the characters of animals. The style of writing this is called a fable. Here, this was written by the poet Aesop. Let us know about him. Aesop was a Greek fabulist and storyteller credited with a number of fables now. Aesop, a poet of the fables. Fables means Aesop means fables. Like that, it became the synonym of all these things. He was assumed to be born in 620 BC in Mesembria, Greece, and died on 564 BC, Delphi, Greece, and his nationality is Greece. The slight summary of this poem is, it is a small story between the ant and the cricket, two insects. A cricket means a grasshopper-like insect, and an ant. The cricket is silly that does not care about the future and keeps enjoying the summer season rather than collecting food or making a shelter for itself. On the other hand, the ant is very wise. Instead of wasting time, it gathers food for itself and makes shelter. It's a genuine example for the people, even for the public. If we take the students, now we are teaching the lessons. Every teacher is posting you the lessons. Now it is the time for study in this corona homeschooling time. But some of them, they are not at all seeing the videos, or they are not doing the work. It is not the genuine work there. Everyone should read now, because when time comes, you will be tested with the format of exams, unit tests. At that time, we should not lift our hands without getting the answers. So, when is the time for hard work? We have to work like ant. Okay, later on we should not feel bad or exclaimed, oh, what I can do now, like cricket. That is the main concept of the poem. Now, be attentive children, let's go with the stanzas. A silly young cricket, accustomed to sing through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring, began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. Not a crumb to be found on the snow-covered ground. Not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Oh, what will become, says the cricket, of me? If we take it as part 1, okay, just now I read and you listen. Now, what was the meaning of it here? The poet says that there was a silly, means who lacks sense and wisdom, a silly cricket, young cricket, like a grasshopper. What it was doing, he was accustomed to sing, that is, he used to enjoy during the spring and summer seasons. Gay of summer and spring. Gay means enjoy, happy, enjoyable. The poet calls spring and summer seasons gay because they are full of life. There is greenery everywhere. Food and water are in abundance. Abundance means in large number. However, soon those months of rejoicing and joy passed away and winter came. All the enjoyment mood went away. Okay, now it is examination schedule, isn't it? Now the cricket was in trouble. He began to complain when he found that his cupboard was empty at his home. There was not even a crumb, means a small fragment of bread. That is, there was nothing to eat, it seems. There was snow on the ground, and he could not see even one flower or a leaf on the tree. Seeing this, he becomes sad and exclaims, "Oh, what will become of me?" This was a summary of the part 1. And now let's come to the part 2. At last, by starvation, the Famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold. Away he set off to a miserly ant to see if, to keep him alive, he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow, he would repay it tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. Did you find, children, in the part 1 and also now the part 2, we have a rhyming. If you see the same page at the top, last line, see? A silly young cricket accustomed to sing. Second line, sing and spring. Third and fourth, home come. Next, found ground. See, tree, me. Part 2, bold, cold. Ant, grant. Rain, grain. Borrow, tomorrow, sorrow. So here, what was the rhyme scheme of the poem? A baby. Okay. Now immediately you'll rise with a question. How can you get a rhyme scheme, or what is a rhyme scheme? The rhyme scheme is nothing but, in a poem, it can be determined by looking at the end word in each line. The first end line in each word, like star, for example, or the second line ends with the word R, star R, because the two words are rhyming, so they both are given a letter A. Letter A. Next two words are rhyming, they may give a letter B, like that. If the first line, second line rhyming, and again third line is different, then A, B, if not C, D also will be given based on the. Now the present poem is in the format of A, B, B. Let's know the summary of the part 2. Here the cricket had not eaten anything and was starving with hunger, means lack of food, starving in the sense. It mustered its courage and set off to seek the help of a miserly means tiny ant. Tiny ant, it seems. It was seeing at the ant to provide it a mouthful of grain, that is food. Because it was lazy, it cannot get its food. Now, at time, it was starving with hunger and looking at the ant, it seems. And then, there was famine, unavailability of food. There was famine means what? Unavailability of food, chilling cold and perhaps raining, which made the cricket wet and shiver a lot while travelling, it seems. It wished means it requested the ant to lend it some food and shelter. Some food, please give me some food, please give me some shelter, and promised to repay by the next day, or else it will die because of chilling cold, hunger, and sorrow of not doing anything. In such way, here the cricket is requesting. The cricket is requesting the ant to lend some food and all. Now let's come to the part 3. Says the ant to the cricket, "I'm your servant and friend, but we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm?" Quoth the cricket, "Not I. My heart was so light that I sang day and night, for all nature looked gay." Now let's observe what was the part 3. What's going on here? It's very quite interesting, right? See, hearing to the cricket when it started asking to lend, the ant answers that it considers itself to be his cricket servant as well as a friend. Says the ant to the cricket, what it was saying, it seems, "I am your servant and friend. But we ants never borrow anyone and we never lend even. Okay. However, the ants never borrow anything from others nor lend anything. See, some people, they won't ask anyone or they won't give anyone. Like in the exams, they won't show to anyone. They won't ask anyone. Isn't it? But some of them, they will be keep on observing the invigilators and try to copy and try to ask some answers when the invigilators turn from this side to that side. Isn't it? So we should not be in such manner. Like ant, what it is doing? The ants never borrow, the ants never lend. Now lending and borrowing is not necessary here. Means you should have your own stationery to bring to school. But here, according to students, we can take this as a consideration. We should not copy from anyone. We should not show to anyone. You take that, it's enough. Okay. And now come to the story. Saying this, the ant asks the cricket, why did the cricket not gather anything when the weather was warm, when everything is good, when complete comfort was being given to you? What is your work? Just reading. Parents are paying fee. Parents are getting the books. Isn't it? Everything they are providing. Parents are the best providers for you. What is your work? Just reading and getting good marks, good ranks, good behavior, good attitude, good character. These things. Here the ant was questioning the cricket. What so? Saying this, why did it? Means why did it, in the sense the cricket, not gather anything when the weather was warm during summer and spring? Means when it was an appropriate time, why did it gather the food? That's the question. Hearing to the ant, the cricket replies, it seems. What it replies? It replies that its heart was so light, that is, it was quite happy and did not care about the future. The cricket further says that it kept singing day and night. Apart from gathering the food when it is warm, that is in spring and summer, it started dancing, it started enjoying, it seems quite happy and did not care about the future. Everyone will get past and they will go to the next level. You will be staying there. Why? Because we didn't try. If we read, we may get good marks or good future. Right. Here, the cricket further says that it kept singing day and night all the time, as all nature looked gay, means very happy and enjoyable. Everything looked happy and joyful, it seems. He thought that the beauty of spring and summer, as well as abundance, plenty of food and shelter, will always remain there. He never cared about the future. But what is the position now? We can see in the part 4. Come to page number 22. I think you are on the same page. The bottom lines of the poem. You sang, sir, you say? Go then, says the ant, and dance the winter away. Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket, and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. Folks call this a fable. All I will warrant it true, some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. That's the end of the poem. Now let's come to the summary of the last part. Listening to the cricket, the ant tells him that he was singing and enjoying during the spring and summer. Now he should do the same and the winter will go away. Now also if I do that, winter also will complete. Again I can enjoy. Again I will be happy mood. When again spring comes, summer comes, this winter also it goes off. Okay, again I can enjoy. So totally every time enjoyment only. See how the mindset, that's why it is silly cricket, means senseless and not that much wisdom. Saying this, the ant hastily lifted the wicket, it seems. Very quickly, it lifted, ended the conversation and pushed the door cricket out of the door, it seems, immediately. In the last 2 lines, the poet says that folks, that is, people call the story of ant and cricket of a fable, that is, an untrue story. let them fall, as if it is an untrue story. But, however, he thinks that the story is quite true because there are many crickets with four legs as well as with two. That is, they are insects like cricket who do not care about future, and also human beings. Means cricket with two legs here refer to humans only, isn't it? Cricket with two legs means what? Human beings, as per Aesop, the poet. The animal cricket with four legs, that is different. So human beings also, they won't be in a position to save something. Today's saving is tomorrow's income. A simple tagline for this poem. What is the tagline? The ant and the cricket. We can write the tagline written by Aesop with the caption, today's savings is tomorrow's income. Isn't it? And here, who do not care about their future and repent when the time is gone. When the time is gone, they'll be sitting and crying or sobbing. That's it. That should not be in our lives. Okay? Hope you enjoyed the poem very much and the summary too. Now it's time to go ahead with your homework. Go through the textbook thoroughly, listen the recording also. After completing your reading, and then answer two questions. One is sketch the characteristic of ant and also cricket. Those two questions you have to answer. Like a 7-page answers you can write. And from the whole poem, you pick out the rhyming words like sing, spring, home come, found ground, sea, tree, me, bold, cold, ant, grand. These all you pick up and write neatly. Right? So, 3 works were given. One is character sketch of ant and cricket and writing the rhyming words. That's all for today. Thank you. Bye bye.